Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. TC Spiritual Shepherd. Back with another one. All right, so what we're also going to be getting into today is that you are putting your thumbprint, you are putting your custom thumbprint on life. All right, you're coming to put your custom thumbprint on life. A lot of us, we don't want to be custom. We want to fit in. We don't want to stand out. We don't want to necessarily exist. What we want to do is we want to initiate and be an initiative of something. Confirmation burp. We want to initiate into something. A lot of people want to have it kind of spoon-fed to them, is the best way that I could describe it. And so people need baby steps. You know, like baby steps of Dave Ramsey. Like, I'm not even a whole Dave Ramsey type of dude. I think he's on to something, you know, for some people, you know. But still, baby steps. Just know that you are putting your thumbprint on everything. You're starting to develop everything. You're gonna make your own inventions. You're gonna make your own inventions. You're gonna create jobs. You're gonna create jobs, bro. You're gonna sis, you're gonna create jobs, sis. All right. You're gonna be able to develop, so like I said, inventions, developing new types of things, jobs. What else? You're gonna be alchemizing old things into newer things. So like things that you thought, all right, I'm gonna bring a God quote into this too, is that God's going to give you back all your lost years. God's going to give you back all of your lost years. All of the years that you thought you forgot, you're going to remember because you've done the due diligence. You've done the study. You've done the work. You've cultivated the intelligence and the ingenuity in your life to be able to thrust that forward. And by you doing that, this is how you develop yourself and how you have cultivated and actually been rewarded or awarded these types of things. Okay. 8228 8228 is a license plate. I see most of the numbers that I see, guys. I'm in a place where I see license plates, and I normally just record in the same spot, but I'll record in a couple different spots, but I normally record in this spot, like no matter what. And so the funny thing is that you guys have to see, like, I only see a certain amount of license plates. There was one day I saw like a 111, 444, 333, 777. I remember those. Like I saw like 555. I remember those. 222. Like I'm pretty sure I saw like the whole freaking 1 through 9. So really cool. Pretty sweet. Just to bring some numerology into it. I also, around me too, I see like resources, certain types of resources that help people. You know, I live a little farther out, and so just know, like, it's really cool where I'm at to be able to see all these different types of resources and the naturality of life. It's a little quieter out here. It's more peaceful. It's just, I'm very grateful. You know, and then 2 is you can eventually connect like a rule delivery. You can connect a lot of different stuff like this. But like I said, you're going to put your thumbprint on life. You're going to live differently. You're going to do things differently, because when you have certain inventions, so like people don't realize, but like when you have certain inventions, you can do anything with those things. But people don't realize that you discover stuff. Like when people discovered electricity, they were like, oh my gosh, whoa, now they have the internet and they're obsessed with the internet, bro. Everyone is obsessed with the internet, including myself. Everyone's obsessed with the internet to some degree. I mean, their dopamine shows it. They're connected into the matrix, bro. Like they're cyborgs. Like we're cyborgs. And like when you accept it, you can do something about it. But like if you're just like kind of lost in the sauce and not in a good way, then you can't accept it because you don't allow yourself to accept it. So you're putting your own thumbprint onto life itself. You're giving a custom thing. They can't copy you. They can't duplicate you. They They can't do any of that stuff. They can't replicate you. They can't be who you are. They can't say it how you'll say it. They can't say it how you were gonna say it. They can't do any of this. It's your uniqueness. It's your development. It's your ingenuity. It's your genius. Okay? It's your thumbprint on life. I'm not reading off a script either. You guys can tell. I like to ramble, and I like to do it naturally because I feel like that helps someone naturally, like facts. This is how people gather thoughts. This is how people like start to talk with the Lord, like out loud, but also, you know, silently. Is that you're always in prayer, and you are going to already mess up, but it's also trying to be conscious to not mess up as much anymore, because you want to be better, and not even like wanting to be better, because then you think of the implication of that. Don't even want it all. Realize you already are. That's where this comes in, is so like you're going to change and alchemize. So number 3, you're going to alchemize things. You're going to create jobs. You're going to build new inventions. You're going to build atmospheric generators. You're going to build, you know, I mean, solar already proves my point that you're like, where do you see the energy that solar's collecting? No, but it's still there. So like they'd be telling you guys this stuff all the time, and you guys are just asleep to the fact, or you guys don't want to even be like, I want to sort of wake up and like know what reality is actually, you know. But like we're not taught that. We're not brought up in those types of things. Okay? For real. Now, the mindset is, as we start to do this, we are going to personify our life. And not personify as in like you put a person onto it, or a corporation, or an identity, or an ego. But I mean that you're going to have your own uniqueness to life. You're going to give a uniqueness to life that only you can give, or only you're supposed to give in that type of way that you're supposed to give it. And learning that spells, like that was just a spell. Like that little terminology I just did right there, you know, that was a spell. And in a good way though, that was a good spell. See, I'm saying is like good spells that is natural high vibration. Like I can't undo the way that I speak things, but I know that you shouldn't mess with any negative type of thing. I do know that. That is one thing I do know, is that you don't mess with negative things. You don't try to dabble with negative things. Don't dip your feet in. Don't even dip your feet in or your toes in. Don't even, no. The whole thing about this is that let the Lord's waters cover you and overflow within you to fulfill you, to fill you up, but fulfill you, okay? Fulfill your cup, all right? Which is how we can give forth to other people. We can only give to other people when we have a full cup. We can only relieve people's anxieties when we have a full cup. And a full cup comes from our psychology, and it comes from seeing that our water within us, our internal waters, are resourceful and full of life and full of birth and rebirth and transcendence and transformation and transmutation and alchemicalization. That we set up ourselves to be able to fill our cups up. And then feel, but full, or fulfill our cups up. Fill our cup up. Fill and feel. So these are certain words that are all similar. Feel is emotional, which is water element, all right? So when you feel your way into success, when you feel your way into abundance, when you feel your way into attraction, when you feel your way into levitation, when you feel your way into meditation, levitation, when you feel your way into freedom, you're going to start to attract more instances. They're going to be in an instant, in a moment. You're going to be able to consent, because you've already consented through your feelings, but you're going to be able to actually create consent or contracts to be able to be like, yeah, I agree to this. I agree to eating clean every single day. Yes, I agreed to this. I agree to eating clean every single day, training every single day, studying every single day. You know what I'm saying?